So the update will come up from Momo Division, Northwest Region this evening and say, today, 7th of December 2024, ADF, AMBA terrorists, they become create this roadblock because the Christmas they come, they find money too for go try to enjoy Christmas. Oh, yeah. See, the kind of way this people they can't put down for road, the block come, they try to extort money from the civilian population. They force them at gunpoint where they give them their hard-earned cash. So that means they should know where last they go try to enjoy small Christmas too inside bush. So now the reality is, so the kumkum distributors, they can't give them free kumkum. They kumkumize at least 2 of them without soup. So other one they run enter inside bush with kumkum inside them. So now the situation that in the Anglophone zone for Northwest today, the 7th of December 2024. So this nonsense now, it don't be a Bamenda problem. Because for Southwest, none of these kind of things them a hard for now for year this nonsense it happen for Southwest anymore. Whereas for Bamenda, every day Bamenda. So now Bamenda crisis, now Northwest crisis. But then again, remember I said this picking them, they be carried check out from Kradai guns to go for Bush for 2017, even 16 and 14 and 15, because AMBA terrorists the don't start radicalized picking them since then. So make una not believe the lies that they can't tell when I say this nonsense started in 2017. No, even from 1997, Ebenezer Akwanga and the SCYL, they will try to attack Cameroon government institutions and for Momo, for Bui, and for Mezam. So we know these things and go way back. But then again, that's not the topic of discussion today. Today, I want to explain for and say these terrorists will carry guns them, go for bush under the pretext, say they want to fight against police brutality, against gendarme corruption, say they want to fight for the Anglophones them. Say gendarme they collect their 500, they no be like them, so they carry guns go for bush. What will be the first thing where the terrorists they do as they carry the gun go for bush? They start, they block their own road too. Who's how gendarme they collect 500, they collect 9 at 10,000, or they kidnap you and go for bush, you pay 1 million, or they kill you. So now wait till this with Anglophones, they don't do them to ourselves, Anglophone versus Anglophone. So now just a small update that I bring up my contribute with them. If now want to see the carcasses them, when I go for our website www.countrypeople.com/Batibo 07 December 2024 as a right time on the screen. When I go follow that link, when I type and for web browser, when I go for our website, when I go see the carcasses the day for the true die body them. Thank you, plenty my contribute with them.
You in the northern zone, you don't own anything. But you in the southern zone, if you are not careful, the northern zone with their population, they dominate you. Even if you get this country called Ambazonia, remember, don't forget, the population of the northerners will overweigh you in the southern zone.
On a serious note,
Lesson number 1, my country people, talk about it. Listen, whether or not you accept, my country people is a force to reckon with. Me, I agree. He's an enemy that is strong. So, Ambazonians will thank my country people for the wonderful job. Now, we'll go ahead.
People them really believe, so they crush each other, just fighting each other for nothing. That is the perception, and that is reality to many people. People really believe that we are fighting just for position. People really believe that in Ground Zero. People really believe, they have been convinced that the diaspora is also the problem. This is the reality that they have. People in Ground Zero really believe that Ayabacho is working for La Republique. Some people believe. It may be very surprised to my audience because we get the most smartest people for Ambazonia that they wash with. La Republique, they need to wash with. When I know say they get more population. So if first way they attack La Republique, them they go always wash them plenty. But this is the reality. People listen to the devil himself, my country people of La Republique, more than they listen to some Ambazonian activists. This is the reality.
This is the reality, my country people them. The reality, now say, what people, they listen to me and what blacklegs them more than they listen to Ambazonia terrorists. Now, why that way I tell you, I say my gift, where I want to leave them to the Anglophone community. Now, this website, www.countrypeople.com, where it will prepare them with the evidence where they need them for avoid this calamity of manipulation and radicalization in the future. So this section now, column say your comments. So now I want to go through the comments the way when I don't deliver them for see we'll get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments, and well, plenty comments about VCM, where when I don't leave them, a lot of people that they talk say you're watching live from Boya. There is a problem with this software where they use them today, and they give me when I actually names them. But one day here, say Fonte Lucas, it say when I keep sharing, the other people them, I don't know why, and it give me when I names them, so that if I show when I comment on the screen, it go show when I names. So it not show who actually leave the comment. Maybe there's a problem with the software they use them today, so there is a problem. So I know go fit show una comments them properly like I be planned for. So thank una all man we don't join me for this live broadcast today. I usually enjoy this part where I go show una comments them, but it no be possible today because it go just talk say Facebook user, all man na Facebook user. So we'll get this particular individual say, he said, we don't really deal with AMBA terrorists. Congratulations to all of us, especially to MKPD and Clovis. And thank you too. So I know if you actually see who he named, I think that one be been a Panty Valentine, a Panty, leave that comment. Okay, but this software, you know, they help me with who he named, will leave the comments. So today we'll come live not only for Facebook, I know use the YouTube live link. So I want to thank una all man way you don't join with today for this live broadcast. We now also continue for much fire for share as we now join. I did plan for bring una some more presentations then, as I be prepare or I be promise for respond to Ebenezer Akwanga live broadcast. If I prepare properly, I think I can respond to una tomorrow morning time around between 11 a.m. Cameroon time to around this kind of time, 1 or 2 p.m. Cameroon time. Earlier today, I'll be post say I go come live, but then again I'll be forget me say this, so time or clock don't change for UK. So now the reason that way there was a discrepancy between the timing. Thank you now all man we don't join with that's all, despite the misunderstanding and the mistake. I wanna continue for doing our duty, for continue for much fire for share and make it go far and wide. I will also bring us some more presentations in the future about the history, things that will transpire between 1950s to 1960s, even 70s. We will get other people then for contribute, for example, interviews them from Gorji Dinka when I come up with this idea of Ambazonia in 1985 with the new social order publication. We will bring all of that information in due time, depending on my own schedule, because I get a lot where I do them in the background. I did write articles them. I did still try to put together a publication for about 1997 terrorist attacks and way SCNC, the Youth Link or the Youth League. SCYL under Ebenezer Akwanga and Ayabacho Lucas, they attack Cameroon security forces in 1997. I'm still writing that and I go publish them like I tell you now, they will all be published on www.countrypeople.com because this one could be in my sort of like present to the Anglophone population in the future. It's about posterity. What will go happen after me and you don't go? So I know want we for leave the same legacy where John Go Funcha, Estimun and the Livam, where would they suffer the consequences of their mistakes and their miscalculations, where they will do them in the 50s, the 60s, even the 90s, will they suffer the consequences of what way they do them then. We will make sure say we leave the future generation in 40 years time. We're not going to leave them in a state where they will still be confused, so that we will make sure say they'll be properly informed, so that they will make informed decisions them in the future. Thank you plenty, my country people them. Now all that I bring up for now today, I not really bring plenty for discuss now. We will see you again another time.
Hail, hail, hail the Kumkumasa. We the Cameroonians, we pledge our loyalty. Kumkumasa, Kumkumasa, you shall free our country from terror. And your blessing shall be like the stars above. The Most High God shall be your guide.
My country people them. I also want make una ask yourself this question. This one na homework for una. I hope so una get pen and paper. Una do this small homework. Some of the political parties them where they be there for the former British Southern Cameroons in the 1950s. You get KNDP, where all we will know them. We get KPP and we get KNC. This one are just three of the political parties that were to be there for British Southern Cameroons in the 1950s. Ask yourself, say, why all these political parties they be get na K for spell Cameroon with the letter K. Even in French Cameroon at that time, or the Cameroons under French administration, they be spelled Cameroon with a C. CAMEROUN, Cameroon, with a C. The English, they will spell Cameroon with a C. But the people them, for the former British Southern Cameroons, they spell their Cameroon with a K. It was deliberate. They spell them the German way. KAMERUN, Cameroon. Now, people then for former British Southern Cameroons, John Go Funcha political party, KNDP. No be C, K. And they let their own party, KPP. And then you get KNC. Even inside French Cameroon, they will spell the Cameroon. Now we see, for example, now what do they call that? Omyobe, their political party, UPC. And then President Amadou Ayijo, he own political party, now UC. The speller will see Cameroon. Even for French side, the speller will see. The English people, the speller will see. But for my British Southern Cameroons, the speller now okay. These people, they not be ever get them any notion for get independence. I go bring una further presentations for explain these things and for una make una understand our history. When it become time for our forefathers and for get independence, they go for New York, go tell them, say no. They actually want the British, me they stay. My contributor, when I don't know what way our people, our forefathers they put way through, will they suffer today the consequences of their own stupidity, their political immaturity, and all of those things. Then just leave them. The KNGP, the KPP, the KNC. They like our people they na inside motor again only one gear reverse. They always look back. Now we then have for British Southern Cameroons, but they keep spelling the Cameroon with K because they're only looking back. They want to go back to German Cameroon. Even the people that for French Cameroon, they don't get with the reality, say this, so things that don't change. We no longer been at German Cameroon. They spell their own Cameroon now with C. But what people them, what are Endele Foncha, all them, they still spell with K, KPP, KNC, KNDP. May wanna understand which way we go on. I will talk more about these things subsequently. Una go yeah. Thank you plenty my contribute. That one is just a small homework we are bringing for una. When I go look into that, we will talk about them. I will do some presentations about that in due time. Thank you, plenty my country people then.
I want to play now the video of our forces of last week from Babanki, Tuba, where they plea, and this is their statement. Listen.
Wounded squad live. That one. We return a semi-Cameroon government ceasefire. Yeah, if they no ceasefire, we no ever drop weapon. Yeah. If we never sit down for that table for dialogue, if United Nations never enter for look where they go on, what civilian then where they die, they rape our sister them. If United States never look into this matter, we'll continue to kill till the last man standing.
So, when I hear them talk two things, say they no go until Cameroon go ceasefire, they no go drop their weapon. The second thing they talk with it, say they want me United Nations until United Nations listen for their case, listen for our case, they no go stop for fight, they will continue to fight until the last man standing. I don't play una international researcher their work about our struggle, but may I address our soldier them and all of we for this struggle. They cry for the United Nations, it don't go on for a long time. No pity, they don't cry, and so many people they talk, they cry call UN. Sesekwa Yoktabi to be the call UN. Say when people then stand up, UN go come, it go come back. We'll be here all kind talk them. They be talk the one say when we stop for go school, the international organization will be in charge for education, you know, go recognize certificate in Cameroon because we will need to go the old certificate from our territory because we need to go for school. They don't talk about so many things then. And now 8 years, we feel look back as reasonable people then to evaluate what has happened within these 8 years. Has the United Nations responded or not? We cannot be talking to the United Nations without listening to what the United Nations is saying. It is insane. It will be in a craze. Say every day so that they talk about United Nations, talk about international community, talk about America. Yet they need to listen for which way the United Nations, they talk also for them. They need to listen which way the international community, they talk for them, or which way the United States, they talk for them. We must be in a two-way talk. You know, if you talk in your own, they create your own reality, they go, feel say, some man hear you. But first, I will address this issue, then I come back for the United Nations, I tell you which way United Nations, they talk. For over this long period of 8 years now, but we must ask, what result do we have to show for these tactics, for all these sacrifices? Yes, we have had the international community to condemn Cameroon, but what has this thing amounts to when it comes from for us attaining our objective, which is the independence that was declared by Yoktabi? None of these have amounted to any country recognizing the independence of Ambazonia declared by Yoktabi. None. No country, no state, no organization, not even press organs. I say this as somebody responsible for 80% of our international engagement. I spoke to the BBC, I gave interview to Reuters and every news organization. We insist to tell them that we are independent. They refuse. They keep on saying that we are creating a new country. Even journalists, we did not succeed to get recognition from journalists, let alone countries, or that the United Nations is going to recognize our independence that was declared by Sesekwa Yoktabi. We have not succeeded for 8 years in doing that thing. And if you keep on doing the same thing repeatedly, that is just a definition of a madness. So we must be very careful. My country people have a ground zero. So We have remained stagnant since our declaration of independence by Sisiko Ayoktabi, that we are independent regardless of the reaction we get from everybody else. But Cameroon have not remained stagnant, because since then, the Cameroon have made some cosmetic changes that present itself as a reformist state, and a state that reacts to our plight and reacts to international pressure. The war governments and institutions, they see these shallow changes by Cameroon, and it changed their narrative, and their attention is more on us. What are we doing? What concessions are we making? Because they see that Cameroon have made concessions that we have not made. We have not evolved or adjust to the Cameroon's changes. We have not at all. We have failed to do so because we continue to talk to ourselves. This talk of a new Saturday ghost town, who does it hurt? Who does it hurt? It doesn't hurt the Cameroon government, not the international corporations that are exploiting our resources. It only hurts our own people who have been suffering from this struggle for a long time. The market women, the farmers, the young entrepreneurs trying to survive in an already hostile environment, they are the ones that are being punished by the policies of the AGOC and this new ghost town that they want to impose on Saturday. Anybody who stands for our freedom, who stands for our people, cannot support such policies given the atmosphere where we live. It puts us in the square side of the international community that crosshair about human rights violations. It doesn't help us. Ambazonian fighters, brave as you are, brave as you may be, you must understand that all our fighters, you do not represent the holistic view of our population. You represent just a tiny fraction of Southern Cameroons. Despite the guns and your bravery and your sacrifices for our people, you do not represent the holistic points of our view, and the AGOC do not represent a majority of our population. It's a tiny bit of people that they represent. And I want you people to also reflect on the fact that the lawyers who once champions this cause are now integrated in the Cameroon Law Society. Their head of the Common Law Society is now the batonnier of the Cameroon Society. Our teachers who were fighting for this struggle have already integrated. Our things have already been changed. Those who initially support this struggle are no longer with us the way they were. So our endless call to the United Nations, let us be frank, they have been futile. They have not resorted to any recognition of our independence. They have not resorted to what we want them to do. And I'm going to show you exactly what the United Nations speak. I speak to you not like somebody who is just making commentary or making videos about social media. I speak to you like a pioneer who have built our capacity right from zero point. I think amongst all Ambazonian activists, I have been the most effective in generating our people to pick up weapons and radicalizing our people. I've been the main person who have pushed for our agenda, building defense groups, working with defense officials from all over. So I speak to you like somebody who have been there, who knows what is happening, who have been on the ground with you, with our women, with our educators, with our various segments. Please, you have to understand this. From the Tigers appointed as an ambassador for Sisiko Ayoktabi's IG, I'm a founding member of the IG. You must listen to what I say to you very carefully. The United Nations, you are talking to the United Nations. Have you listened to what the United Nations is saying? I want to put up the reaction of the United Nations so that our people understand. So my people, I want to put weight away United Nations and talk so that we understand. Since we start this crisis, since the Sisiko declare independence, no man never recognize them. But the United Nations, if it don't declare humanitarian crisis, so that means United Nations, the agency, then come for Cameroon for can help we. Since then, the head of the Human Rights Commission, the Commissioner for Human Rights for the United Nations, when at the biggest position where it be concerned about this our issue, they be send their representative for Cameroon for 2019. Now the picture that for Bachelet, Michelle Bachelet, we can meet up Pobia. So Michelle Bachelet, she called on the Cameroon government and the President of the Republic, says that there is a slim chance for a negotiation and inclusive negotiation, the Cameroon government must negotiate and dialogue to find a sustainable means to end this war. That is what she came there. This is the head of the United Nations coming there. So this is in 2019, 6th of May 2019, the United Nations sent their head of human rights. She came to Cameroon, have meetings with Paul Biya, spoke to Paul Biya about the need for dialogue. What did the Cameroon government do? What was their response of the Cameroon government? This was a meeting in 6th of May 2019. In September 2019, the Cameroon government called for the Grand National Dialogue in response from the UN pressure. The call for Grand National Dialogue that took place in September till the October 2019, a couple of months after she came to Cameroon. So our cry went to them. They came to Cameroon and asked for dialogue. The Cameroon organized a Grand National Dialogue. What about us? We still remain stagnant. The national dialogue took place in the 30th of September and ended on the 4th of October 2019. That was in response to the call from the United Nations. So the United Nations will say that they have spoken to Cameroon. Cameroon have changed certain things. But what about us? We are stagnant. We are still calling for the United Nations. If we follow up with what the United Nations did, when Michelle Bachelet came to Cameroon, what was our response? Ayabacho went on social media to insult her, to condemn her, say all type of rubbish rather than engaging with her. What did the Cameroon government do? They invited all of us for the Grand National Dialogue. We rejected it without even addressing it. They came out with their result. We dismissed it without engaging. So how will you, if you are a United Nations official, look at the crisis? You will see that the government is moving. The side of the separatists are stagnant. Now, what is the United Nations saying? All these years after, 5 years after, the United Nations now have a new High Commissioner, Mr. Vodka Turk. I'll put up his picture. The United Nations new High Commissioner have also come to Cameroon not long ago in August 2024. He was in Cameroon and he met Paul Biya to have a meeting about this crisis. And this is what he said in his meeting. Let me put the picture. This is what he said as published by Reuters. He says that what? The High Commissioner, because you have to know what the UN is saying. He says that the High Commissioner, UN High Commissioner, requested on Wednesday that the Cameroon grant access. That it just simply can't talk to me, Cameroon leave me people then they deliver chop access for area that will be affected by the crisis. The second thing we're talking about is make Cameroon revise the anti-terrorism law where equal weighty Amnesty International say Amnesty International talk say that law for anti-terrorism where Cameroon be imposed and for 2014 it infringe into protected right by the Cameroon Constitution. So basically, the High Commissioner, is not responding to our crisis. They have demanded Cameroon to resolve the problem. They have come. You expect that he will condemn the problem. He's now talking about humanitarian issue. They now see it as a humanitarian issue. Remember that human rights organizations like the Amnesty International, he quotes them. That shows you that they are important in what the United Nations is saying. If we do not respect human rights, Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, and all these humanitarian organizations within the international system will be condemning us. You cannot be demanding something from the UN and you are not listening to the UN. Without being flexible, we cannot make any progress. Those who say that we should fight until the one-man standing, we should fight until the independence of Ambazonia that was declared by Siseko Ayoktabi is recognized and we will be admitted in the United Nations, they should come to their mind and understand that it is not how things work. It will never happen. We must be realistic and pragmatic. Even in Ukraine, which is a standing government and a member of the United Nations, they talk every day about even exchanging their land for peace because they look at the reality of Russia's strength. They don't just rely on the articles of the United Nations because Russia have override those articles and there's nothing they can do. We must, for the sake of our people, be realistic and pragmatic as we move forward. And it is our job in leadership position, not just to side with the soldiers or a small segment of our society, but to speak from the general perspective of all of us Southern Cameroonians. and speak sense into our boys and to groups that are extremist nationalist groups like the AGOFC, who are now linking this struggle to acts against our people and against human rights. We must be reasonable. Before Mr. Vodka went to Cameroon, we from the PRAP at that time, which now we are part of the Alliance for Peace and Justice, we sent our international partners to go to his office because we have been involved in trying to push our case in the United Nations. So we met with the High Commissioner for Human Rights before his trip to Cameroon. And let me put up the picture. So this is Mr. Vodka with the head of the ICO. We had a meeting where I was privileged to make submission on our behalf for the best interest of our people. So our soldiers who are crying to the United Nations, we are the ones speaking for your interests and making your voice being heard in the United Nations. And we are in the best position to tell you what we are hearing from the international community. And what we hear is not good. It's what we all know, what is well documented, that our activities from 2020 till now are targeting our people even more. You can see in Bamenda. Who are the people the AGOFC are attacking? They are our people. Who are they putting pressure on? They are our people. So the international community looks at us now as a problem to our society, as a problem to our people. Are they wrong? Definitely they are not, because we all can see that our businesses are suffering without any political agenda behind. If you are pushing for a political agenda that is not attainable, then you are a problem to your own people and to yourself. If Ayabacho is in prison today, it is testament that what he is doing is wrong, is illegal, not acceptable. For somebody who have a German passport, a German citizen, being arrested, put in communicado, shows you his impact on humanity. He's a criminal. But this is the reality. People listen to the devil himself, my country people of La Republique, more than they listen to some Ambazonian activists. This is the reality.